Right, welcome to another Breathing Buddies on a hot August day. Let's start off with actually something a little bit different. Not different. Let's start with a different order. Let's start with some deep breathing. So get yourself sat up nice and tall, nice and straight. Maybe roll your shoulders. Give your neck a bit of a stretch if that feels good. Slight run of the neck as well. It's a little hint to something we might be doing later if you were here a couple of weeks ago. And then I'd like you to take your mind into your abdomen and try and draw the air deep into the abdomen. It's helpful. You can place hands on your lower two ribs. The idea being here that move back and stand up, that as you breathe in, the lower ribs push outwards. As we exhale, they squeeze back inwards. Should be little to no movement in the upper chest. No movement at all in the shoulders. Don't worry too much about how fast you're breathing right now. Just try and kind of get that idea of blowing a balloon up into your abdomen. So the body of the balloon is in there. Then when you exhale, squeezing it out through the neck. You'll probably find through doing this that your breathing rate naturally slows down. And there are lots of positive benefits to slowing down the breathing. We'll talk about the vagus nerve, vagal stimulation, getting ourselves into a parasympathetic rest and digest state. This is also the best way to breathe to improve oxygen delivery, or to improve the gas exchange in the lungs. So a lot of the time we don't have to worry about this. If you had a pulse oximeter on your finger, it would be showing a reading of about 95 to 99% if you're healthy. In other words, your oxygen is, your blood is 95 to 99% saturated with oxygen. Breathe in nice and deep into your abdomen, feeling the ribs expanding with each inhalation, contracting with each exhalation. There was a study carried out on people at altitude, high altitude, and their blood oxygen saturation had dropped to 60%, as might happen maybe in the high Himalayas. Makes everything physical tougher. But it found that 30 minutes of deep breathing in this style, of drawing the air deep into the bottom of the lungs, could improve the saturation from 60% up to 80%. And then within 30 minutes of people dropping back to their natural breathing patterns, that benefit was lost. So we're probably all breathing a little bit too shallow, just right, I guess, for sea level where we're not exerting ourselves very much. But it's beneficial to remind ourselves of how to breathe deep, how to breathe low, how to make the most of prime real estate in the bottom of the lungs for the gas exchange. Okay, so I'm taking your mind into these big, low breaths. They're probably quite slow, I'm guessing. Drop that for now. Sit nice and tall again. And what I'd like to do now is take your mind to your spine, extending up, the line coming up through your spine, through your neck, up out the crown of your head. And imagine a little halo sitting just above the crown of your head. And I'd like to trace that halo with your head. Just a very small halo. And after you've traced it, the circumference of it In one direction 5 or 6 times. Back around the other way. Again, after you've done it 5 or 6 times in that direction, switch again. Keeping it as balanced as we can. Now just observe what's happening, or what's happened, or what's happening to the way you're breathing. Just do this out of curiosity. Nothing. Don't be expecting anything. What happens to depth of breathing? What happens to your breathing rate? Switching direction every 5 or 6 times. Is your breathing becoming lighter at all? After we've been concentrating on taking these big low breaths into the bottom of the lungs, what's happened now? Hopefully you're still breathing low. Is it any lighter? Has the rate changed? What has bringing this little bit of mindful, gentle mindful movement done? So now as you're doing it, really minimizing any movements, but seeing if you can still do this. So can you just take it up so it's just your head moving? Tiny little rotations of the neck. Now we can move from here into breathing light. So can you let your breathing minimize, whatever that means to you, minimize to the point where you experience a little bit of air hunger? Can you breathe a little bit less air as you're doing this? It might be happening naturally. How can you make that conscious whilst maintaining this little tiny bit of movement at the same time? So air hunger is that feeling that you'd be like to be taking a slightly bigger breath, slightly deeper breath. You'd like to be breathing more air. It's the feeling of carbon dioxide, the byproduct of respiration, increasing in concentration in your blood. If you're feeling just that slight bit of discomfort, that's great, that's positive feedback. It means you're doing the exercise correctly. Tiny, tiny movements of the head. Tracing that little halo. Breathing a little bit less air. See if you can step up to the edge of the air hunger and then just hang around there. If you find your breathing becomes erratic, if you don't feel in control of it, take some deeper breaths. Decide whether or not you would like to join back in. So the increased concentration of carbon dioxide causes blood vessels to dilate, better oxygen delivery around the body. Cold days, that improved blood flow helps to warm us up. And on warm days, helps to cool us down. It's useful for everybody, or for most people in relatively good health, to practice breathing just a little bit less air for a few minutes each day. See if you can minimize that movement, almost like you're spiraling now to the point where you stop moving. See if you're still sitting nice and tall, sitting forward on your hips, curve in the lower back, the bottom of the neck. Very light, very quiet. Breaths deep into the belly. No movement in the upper chest. Shoulders are still. Mind is becoming still as well. You've improved the blood flow to your brain, improved oxygen delivery to the brain. We suggested a parasympathetic state when we practiced the deep breathing earlier. Nothing to do here. Other than breathe very lightly. We'll spend another 30 seconds or so here. Just enjoy whatever sensations are arising. Even if that's just a little bit of discomfort. Because everything passes. Now we can drop that exercise. Just take some fuller breaths if that's what you'd like to do, if that feels right. Keeping them gentle. And take your mind back to breathing deep. So now you're taking fuller breaths, but fewer of them. So we're slowing things down. So we're going to do some guided breathing. I'm going to guide the pace. We're going to do some patterns that involve full lung apneas. In other words, breath holds at the top. Inhale, then we're going to hold, then we're going to exhale. Very often we exhale, then hold the breath for a little while. But when we hold the breath at the top with a full lung apnea, that can be really good for helping with pain relief. And if you've got muscular pain, anything like that, it can help to ease that. I've got a little bit of an aching back at the moment, so I've picked this. So the pattern's going to be that we're always breathing in for 4 and out for 8. First round will be in for 4, hold for 4, out for 8. And then we'll increase the whole time. In for 4, hold for 6, out for 8. In for 4, hold for 8, out for 8. And then we'll switch to something different. Always breathing deeply into the lower abdomen, feeling your ribs expanding and contracting. So we need to get in sync. So when you're ready, exhale, then breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Holding for 8 this time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then just let that go. Take some nice, easy breaths. Whatever you want to do right now, and just sit with that feeling for a moment. We're going to practice one other pattern to wind things up. The simplest of all, a 1-to-1 ratio. Breathe in for 5, out for 5, connecting each inhalation, each exhalation like a sine wave. So, again, we need to get into sync. When you're ready, exhale, then breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 4, 5. Exhale, 4, 5. Inhale, exhale, 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 inhale, Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now just carry that on at your own pace. How's that feeling? What's that doing for you? This very simple pattern, roughly 6 breaths per minute there, maybe slightly faster. It's shown in one study to be the most relaxing way to breathe as an exercise. How's that sitting with you? Are you still breathing deep into the belly? You still feel your ribs expanding laterally? You still feel that calmness of mind? That we cultivated through breathing light a little bit earlier. Okay, you can drop that as an exercise now. Just breathe nice and easy, however you want to. So we'll leave things there this week. Thank you for joining in with another Breathing Buddies session.